It's time for the Coach's Corner Show with your host, Pat Disabato.
Hello and welcome to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I'm your host, Pat Disabato from the Daily Southtown newspaper, and we are at Richards High School, Gary Corhonen Field, home of the Bulldogs. Dogs are sitting 5-2 overall, 5-0 in the South Suburban Red. Big game Friday night. They're at Revis, 7 o'clock. Revis 4-0 in conference. Richards 5-0, so this is for all the marbles, basically, folks, as we enter week 8 of the football season, which is hard to believe. So we've got two guests on for tonight. Football coach Anthony Sheehan. Let's just call him Tony Sheehan. That's a little too formal. So Tony Sheehan will be our guest. Proud Richards grad. I covered the guy in the mid-90s. It's unbelievable it's been this long. I think this is his 8th or 9th year as head coach here at Richards. Time flies when you're having fun. He's done an excellent job. Dogs are coming off a 59-7 win over Evergreen Park on Friday night. And then on our second segment, we're going to have on senior linebacker fullback Anthony Quinn as our guest. And Anthony Quinn, I mean, this kid, you talk about almost a perfect kid. Excellent academically, 3-sport athlete, a returning all-area linebacker, just an unbelievably solid individual, National Honor Society. So we're going to talk a little bit about being a Bulldog with Anthony Quinn. Plus, he has a cool name. All right, folks, we're going to go to this Beggar's Pizza timeout. Remember, spooktacular deal all of October. Buy a large deep dish or stuffed pizza. My cameraman Gerard, he sees that Beggar's right down the street here on Central and about 102nd. And you get a family-size thin crust, one-topping pizza. You get a free cheese pizza, compliments of Beggar's Pizza all October. All right, and jump on beggarspizza.com. Join the Big Cheese Club. Plenty of good deals to be had. All right, folks, we come back. Tony Sheehan, Richards football coach, will be our guest. Stay tuned.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
Hello, boys. I'm a drop-dead gorgeous pepperoni sausage, hold the vegetables deep dish pizza. Just look at my cheese. Your place or mine. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. All right, first up tonight, Richards football coach, Tony Sheehan. Tone, what's up, man?
How we doing, Pat? Thanks for having us on.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show.
Thanks for having us.
Big week, my man. So, I know Coach is never satisfied, Tone. You guys sitting 5-2, 5-0 in the South Suburban Red. You look at this entire season, what's your grade for these guys? What's your evaluation like
about
here?
A B right now. Obviously, week 1 and 2, we lost 2 heartbreakers to Lamont and Phillips, and really it was kind of self-induced losses. We felt, if we cleaned up a few mistakes here and there, we should have been on the other side of the victory. But obviously, those are 2 quality programs. Phillips winning the state last year, could probably win it again this year, and Lamont being 7-0, they're a state perennial team every year. So, we wanted to play 2 good teams like that at the start of the year to see what we had. We thought we had a pretty good team coming back. You want to throw them into the fire, and we got some young guys who want to throw in the fire, and I think in the long run it's going to pay off for us.
Yeah, absolutely, and you're right. In both those games, you're right there, man. A touchdown in both of them, right? They're both a touchdown away. So from week 1, Tone, to right now, where have you seen the greatest improvement in the team?
I think just cleaning up our mental mistakes. Week 1 and 2, we had a lot of penalties and some turnovers that really killed us, and I think the last 5 weeks we've limited those. We've taken that self-discipline and kind of, you know, made it a priority that we need to clean that up. I think both sides of the line, I think we've gotten better. You know, we had some young guys. We only had one starter back on the offensive line. We had pretty much on defense our front seven coming back, so we knew they would be good. But offensively, those guys growing and playing together, and I think they've gotten a lot better. And our defense, you know, besides that Phillips game, as even that game, we had 6 turnovers. They played lights out, and that's been the difference too. Is we've created a lot more turnovers this year than we did last year, and I think it's helped on all 3 phases of the ball.
Yeah, you guys defensively have been unbelievable. We're going to talk to one of your leaders after this segment. Anthony Quinn will be on. And as you see things right now, where do you see the greatest need for you guys to show some improvement going into week 8?
I think special teams a little bit. We've been okay there, but we've had some issues the last few weeks on a few little things, and we need to get those cleaned up. You know, we got a lot of great athletes that we try to use on specials as well. You know, we only got a handful of guys that kind of play both ways here and there in spot duty, so we use a lot of our guys on specials, and we need to get a little bit better at that, and then really just up front continuing to grow on both sides of the ball.
Well, I look at your offense, man. You've got a ton of weapons out there. Running game's pretty well set. You got a three-headed monster there with Anthony, Pat Doyle, and the sophomore Flowers. You have a great quarterback. What excites you most about this offense? I
think that we spread the ball out and we can do that. You know, if you looked at our stats, no one has outstanding numbers, and that's because we spread the ball out, and you know, they're all unselfish guys. They don't really care about that stuff. They just really want to win. You know, we can throw any one of those 2 backs in. You know, sometimes we use both. Sometimes we might use all 3 at the same time as well. And you know, they'll block for each other. It doesn't matter who's getting the ball. And then the wideouts, you know, we have really four good ones who get after it. They do a heck of a job blocking on the outside to let these guys break those long runs, and they run good routes and catch the ball. And you know, they're led by Gimza and Petro, and they do a great job. And Moran really spreads the ball out. You know, it's not locked down to one guy. He kind of, you know, he goes through his reads and gets it to the open guy.
And Jake Moran, your quarterback, was he number 1 or number 2 in the class?
He's number 2. Jack, the linebacker's number 1.
Yeah. Pretty nice. Twin brothers,
yeah,
right? That's all right. That's a good competition. Makes for some great dinner fodder, I'm sure, at the Moran household.
I'm sure there's some interesting talks at that dinner table.
In terms of this defense, what has been the key to it being so stingy here?
You know, they fly. You know, and that's what it's been built on for the last 8 or so years. We you know, we're not the biggest guys, but we have fast, we have athletic, and we have determined, and you know, they get after, and we want to attack. You know, Coach Zeb, you know, he blitzes a lot, and he loves the blitz, and you know, we're going to get after people, and that's kind of our mentality, is attack and create turnovers, get the ball back to the offense, and you know, try to create 3rd and longs for the offense and make them uncomfortable.
Yep. Well, Friday's a big one, man. You're traveling to Burbank, 7 p.m. You're playing the Rams. This is pretty much for the conference championship. Whoever wins this, at least, is going to get a share of the conference championship. I think you guys will be 6-0, so you're done. You're in like Gunga did, and I know the dogs. They don't like to share, so you're going to win this baby outright. What do you think the key is going to be to pull this victory out?
I think up front on both sides of the ball, you know, they have Seymour and Wilson and McClinton, and then, you know, Bailey quarterback, and they rotate a lot of those guys at quarterback. You know, they got some athletes, and Seymour, I think last week had over 500 yards against Shepherd, all-purpose yards. So, you know, he's flying high, and it's going to be about containing him. And but I think it's up front. You know, they got a good young line. Coach Pape, who actually coached here before, one of our guys. He does a fabulous job with their O-line. And their D-line, you know, with Secor and McClinton on anchor and that, they're tough kids. They got a big backer, Beach, in the middle there, and then Seymour, I know, plays both ways, and so does Bailey. So, you know, it's up front. I think we need to keep getting first downs offensively, keep them off the field, not let them explode, and really not let up the big play. I think if we can do that and, you know, force them into 3rd and longs, we got a shot, and hopefully we keep it close.
Yep. And I know you a proud Richards grad. Played on some great teams here, Gary Corn Field. As much as you want to win that conference championship, the Dogs always strive for state championships. What's going to be the key for this team to put together a nice, lengthy playoff run?
Staying healthy. You know, we don't have a lot of guys going both ways, but here and there, you know, we have some. We got to use Quinn. We try to use Quinn and get him off some specials just to kind of save him. But staying healthy and our up front. They keep getting better and better and better. I think we have the athletes and the skilled guys and the weapons on offense. I think defensively, we like to attack and put pressure on people. I think, they're a state quality defense. So we just need to get better up front and, continue to grow.
Yep. I don't know if you saw on Twitter last week that Oak Forest, Bremen, Tinley, Hillcrest, they're getting the old field turf in, man.
There you go.
And this stuff isn't too bad. I got to say, in terms of past years, it's not in too bad a shape. But boy, would it be nice, wouldn't it?
You're trying to get me in trouble, aren't you?
I'm in trouble. I say let's get this done.
It would be nice.
It would be nice.
A lot of solve some practice problems. It'd be nice. It's nice to play on, but sometimes this is an advantage because a lot of people have the turf, and we're in grass and we're practicing in mud. So when you come into here and if it's a little muddy, we're mudder. So we're okay. Our guys look at it and go, hey, we're used to this. So sometimes we like it, but that turf's it's nice too.
It's nice too. It has its advantages, that's for sure. And this guy we're going to have on next segment, Anthony Quinn, senior linebacker, fullback, man. What kind of impact has this guy made on the team, man?
He is amazing. He's a special kid. As you see when you talk to him, he's got grades, he's NHS, he volunteers, Special Olympics. He's always at school, he's doing something from football, he goes into wrestling and the track. I mean, he's constantly working out. He's always around his buddies, he's always smiling. There's never a day this kid's down. He's always smiling. Puts a smile on your face.
Kid, right? He's got it all. This kid, right?
He does have it all.
Named after an actor, Anthony Quinn. I mean, what else can I?
He's a special kid, and he gets the guys going. He gets them lined up, and he's a force out there. And a lot of coaches have been telling me since he's a sophomore, who is that kid? I go, he's only a sophomore. Yeah. We're gonna be sad to see him go after this year. Him, Doyle, Carpenter, and Calderon have been 3-year starters for us. So. It's always sad to see kind of those guys. You get a little closer to those guys, but the whole senior class is a special group. They've really worked hard. They make it fun. We have fun out there. They always make you smile. They kind of remind me of my crew when I went here. So they're a little special, and it's going to be sad to see them go. And hopefully we can make a long run so we go out the right way.
Exactly. Hopefully you guys are sharing some turkey dinner down in Champaign, right? That'd be nice, right? All right, Tone. Well, I appreciate your time, my man.
Thanks for having us
Good
on.
luck this week. I hope to be there Friday night to check that game out. It should be an entertaining one, that's for sure.
Be a good one.
All right, folks. We're going to go to Lisa Thomas Salon timeout. Remember, 3 locations: Mokina, Tinley, Orland Park. High school guys, $17 haircut. High school girls, $27 haircut. We come back. Anthony Quinn, senior linebacker, fullback, will be our guest. Stay tuned.
You can only make one first impression. So make sure it's a good one with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where it's fun and affordable to get the latest trends. Girls, head to the salon and get pampered for only $27. Guys, get the cut and style you've always wanted for only $17. Or try out our other salon services. It's time to get noticed. Only at Lisa Thomas Salon. Your style, perfect style.
Bob's Auto Body and Repair in Blue Island has been prospering since 1968 when Robert Warniak Sr. opened a business. Bob's goal? To go above and beyond to satisfy their customers. Whether it's a small ding or a major collision repair, Bob's is a trained technician and state-of-the-art equipment to meet the high standards their customers expect and that Bob's demands. Bob's also offers complete mechanical services for your automobile, from an oil change to brake repairs. Mention this ad, Bob's will detail your car for free with any auto body work or give you a free oil change with any mechanical work. Bob's Auto Body and Repair, Blue Island. All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Our next guest, Richards, senior linebacker, fullback, Anthony Quinn, the mighty Quinn. Thanks for coming on board, my man.
Thank you.
All right, having a great season, returning all-area linebacker from last season. So this game of football, what is it that you love most about playing football, Anthony?
Just the intensity of it. It's one of those things that brings a lot of people together, and it's just people working together to get something done.
For a common goal.
Yeah.
All right, so you play both sides of the ball, man, and it's not like you slack one way or another. You get in to play fullback, you're running the ball, you're blocking at a high level. Linebacker, you are all over the field. What is the key to be able to produce at that high level when you're playing both ways?
It's one of those things like where you're just kind of used to it because you've had to do it.
Yeah.
And like and just preparing for it, and like the off season and everything you do before that. So when it comes time to actually perform, you're just doing it all the time.
Yep.
And like, yeah.
Physically too. I mean, obviously you got to be in pretty good condition.
Yeah.
To be able to pull this off. Is it something where you go and play in college? I mean, is it gonna be weird just to play on one side of the ball exclusively and not have to contribute at all on the other side?
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things you're gonna miss. You know, offense and defense are both pretty special to be a part of.
Yep, absolutely, man. Well, you're a three-sport athlete. All right, so football, wrestling. You wrestled at 182 last year. You're sitting at about two bills right now, so you might go 195. You're uncertain on that. And then come spring, you're track and field guys. So what's the hardest part about being a three-sport athlete? And did you ever consider maybe giving one up at any time during your 4-year career here at Richards?
The hardest thing is probably staying healthy and probably just the conditioning that you have to do for everything, because you're always busy doing something, and like as soon as one thing's done, you're getting ready to just start the next sport.
Yeah.
So that's kind of difficult, but.
And academically, I mean, you got to juggle a lot of things.
Yeah,
man,
you know,
right?
just got one of those things. You got to stay organized and just keep your head in the right place. What you got to do and when you got to do it.
And it never got to a point where you were like overwhelmed and you're like, man, I got to give one of these up, or you've just been committed the whole way.
Not really. In the spring with track and lifting, that was kind of difficult because you'd have to like get up and go to morning lifting and then go to track and then go to lifting after track. So
yeah. So
that was difficult.
Okay. Academically, man, 4.1. Taking a bunch of AP and honors courses, that's not too bad. Who instilled the importance of good grades and balancing the three sports and being a success in everything you've done so far here, man? Plus volunteer. I know you do a lot of volunteer work as well.
Definitely my mom. She's a teacher, so she's on my case about grades. Yeah.
Is she? What level does she teach at?
She teaches 5th and 6th grade.
5th and 6th. So
Yeah.
that was instilled at you at an early age,
Yeah,
huh?
she's always on me.
She's on it, huh? All right, so 10 years from now, I know it's tough for you to think 10 years from now you'll be 27, 28 years old. You probably can't even imagine that, but it'll be here in a blink of an eye. You'll be celebrating your 10-year reunion, man. So what will Anthony Quinn be doing in 10 years? What do you think your life will be like?
Hopefully I go to a good college and get to play some college ball and get a nice job, maybe coach some football.
Coach some football, so you'd like to get back, huh?
Yeah.
I think that guy over there, I think he'd take you back. I think Coach C and say, yeah, you come back to the dog family,
so.
right? You hope to be able to do that? What do you want to do professionally? What do you think you want to major in? You have any idea?
Probably something with engineering. I'm not really sure. I'm really good at building
Math,
stuff.
numbers,
yeah, that
design
kind of stuff. Yeah.
Good, that's good. And if you could use one word to describe Coach Sheehan, what would that word be?
Intense. He's an on your case kind of guy too. He's real focused in what he likes to do, and if he's got a goal, he gets everybody on board and makes everybody want that goal.
Yeah. Now I think a lot of that has to do that, he played over here, takes a lot of pride in this school and this program, and he wants you guys to live up to the expectations that have been built here. So I think that has a lot to do with it. What do you think?
Yeah, expectations are a big thing here. It's one of those things. It's not just about like us playing. There's a lot of people, community around us, neighbors coming up to you, just asking like how'd the game go?
Yep.
How are you guys gonna do? Who are you guys playing?
Yep.
It's just the big atmosphere of just Bulldogs everywhere.
Yeah. You love being a Bulldog, right?
Gotta love it.
That's right, man. All right, man. Anthony, thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Good luck this week. Good luck the rest of the season. Good luck wrestling, track and field, man. Definitely, you're like the poster child of this school. I mean, I think if this school wanted to market a kid, as a student athlete, you'd be that kid, man. So be very proud of that,
Thank
all right? All right, folks, we are going to go to an athletics timeout. Our buddy Tom Mulvey, he'll get you fixed up. You got any bumps and bruises, he'll get you back on your feet. Locations in Oak Lawn and Orland Park. We come back, we'll have the results segment, and we'll have players of the week. Stay tuned.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
I'm a half sausage for you and your husband and a half just cheese for the kids, who never seem to stop moving. Go ahead and take the night off, Mom. I got you covered. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
Hello and welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by the one and only Beggar's Pizza. I'd like to thank Tony Sheehan and Anthony Quinn for being our guests. Good luck to the Bulldogs the rest of the season. I have to throw a shout out to Athletic Director Ken Styler. How can I be the man when you demand, Sty? And I also have to throw a shout out to Richards baseball coach Brian Wujek. If you've never come over to Richards High School, here in about 105th and Central, check out this baseball facility that Brian Wujek has built during his illustrious career, and he is also a Richards grad. Phenomenal facility, one of the nicest baseball facilities in the state, bar none. So kudos to Wooge and the boys on building a tremendous facility. All right, folks, results segment sponsored by our good friend Tom Mulvey at Athletic Sports and Orthopedic Physical Therapy. All right, game hours at Friday night. Crete Monee 52, Rich Central 15. For Rich Central, Jiran Mitchell hit Glenn Abram on a 6-yard TD pass. Mitchell also had a 59-yard TD run for the Olympians, who fall to 4-3. For Crete Monee, Kevin Pate 4 TD runs. Malik Harper had a 31-yard TD run. Deton Carter 1-yard TD run, and Isaiah Rucker hit Marcus Kidd with a 28-yard touchdown pass for the Warriors, who are 5-2. They're at Bloom Saturday at noon. Lamont 30, TF South 28. For TF South, Jonte Crawford had touchdown runs of 2 and 34 yards. Reese Pageant was 17 of 34 for 320 yards and a TD. TF South falls to 5-2. For Lamont, Steve Fleming, 3 field goals, 27, 28, and 24 yards. 24-yarder was the game winner. Spencer Nagel, 20 of 36, 299 yards of TD. Matt Slee had a 39-yard TD catch, and Anthony Martin, a 1-yard TD run for Lamont, was sitting 7-0. Bremen 14, Argo 8. For the Braves, Bobby Lexow hit Tom McKean on a 38-yard TD catch. Jaytwan Harris had an 11-yard TD run. Rock Smith, 16 carries, 114 yards. And Jovari Brown, 2 interceptions for the Braves, who are sitting 4-3. For Argo, Cavante Powell, 2-yard TD run. Danny Krezakowski was 12 of 22 for 100 yards passing for the Argonauts. Richards 59, Evergreen Park 7 for the Dogs. Pat Doyle, 107 yards rushing, 3 TDs to lead the way. Dogs are at Revis Friday, 7 p.m. in Burbank. Revis 39, Shepherd 29 for Revis. Branchell Seymour at 349 yards from scrimmage at 5 touchdowns to lead the Rams to the win, and big one Friday night. And Brother Rice 63, St. Joseph 7 for Rice. Dino Borelli threw a school record 7 touchdown passes. Have a year, Dino Borelli. 3 of those passes went to Ricky Smalling. So the Crusaders 7-0, they're rolling. They are at St. Rita Friday night, and then they host Loyola in week 9. That'll be for the Catholic Blue Championship, as long as Rice doesn't stub their toe Friday night. The Labriola Bakery Cafe Golden Baguette Player of the Week had a lot of choices, a lot of them. But we settled on Providence golfer Ricky Costello. He tied a school record with a 6-under par 66 to lead the Celtics to the Class 3A Joliet Township Regional Championship, a 66 at Wedgwood. So we're going to hook up Ricky with a $25 gift card, compliments of Labriola Bakery Cafe in Oak Brook and Streeterville. I am actually heading out to Labriola Bakery Cafe Thursday night. All right, the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club Player of the Week. Lincoln Way Central Volleyball's Kylie Kalinsky recorded 9 kills, 8 digs to lead the Knights to a 28-26, 25-15 win over Andrew. We're going to hook up Kylie with a nice goodie bag, compliments of Lisa Thomas Salon in Mokina, Orland, and Tinley Park. Folks, we're going to go to the Labriola Bakery Cafe timeout. We return high and tight. Stay tuned.
Looking for a unique dining experience with incredible food? Then check out Labriola Bakery Cafe. Opened by Rich Labriola, Chicago's premier artisan baker, you know they'll have great bread, but you won't believe the rest of their menu. Wood-fired Neapolitan pizzas, fresh pasta, and their world-famous Richie Burger. There's also homemade gelato and, of course, their famous bread. Labriola Bakery Cafe and Neapolitan Pizzeria, conveniently located in the Oakbrook Promenade.
You can only make one first impression, so make sure it's a good one with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where it's fun and affordable to get the latest trends. Girls, head to the salon and get pampered for only $27. Guys, get the cut and style you've always wanted for only $17. Or try out our other salon services. It's time to get noticed. Only at Lisa Thomas Salon. Your style, perfect style.
Bob's Auto Body and Repair in Blue Island has been prospering since 1968 when Robert Warniak Sr. opened a business. Bob's goal? To go above and beyond to satisfy their customers. Whether it's a small ding or a major collision repair, Bob's has trained technicians and state-of-the-art equipment to meet the high standards their customers expect and that Bob's demands. Bob's also offers complete mechanical services for your automobile, from an oil change to brake repairs. Mention this ad, Bob's will detail your car for free with any auto body work or give you a free oil change with any mechanical work. Bob's Auto Body and Repair, Blue Island. Hello, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Okay, it's time for High and Tight, sponsored by our good friends at the Midwest Orthopedic Consultants, Oak Lawn and Orland Park. Locations for more than 25 years, Midwest Orthopedic Consultants has been dedicated to providing comprehensive orthopedic excellence. The physicians at Midwest Orthopedic Consultants have received specialized training in subspecialty areas, allowing them to treat even the most complicated orthopedic conditions. X-rays and MRIs are available at both locations, allowing patients to get everything completed in one location the same day. Ortho Urgent Care is provided Monday through Thursday between 4 and 8 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. till noon at the Oak Lawn location. And I hope you saw the show last week with Dr. Leonard. Very informative. Happy to have MOC on board as a sponsor. All right, folks, High and Tight. Kudos, Oak Forest, Hillcrest, Bremen, Tinley Park. It's official. They will be installing field turf at each facility in time for next season's football season, and they're getting field houses at each school. I don't know if the field houses will be ready for next season, but that turf will be installed. Congratulations, that's awesome. Folks, have a great week. We'll see you here next week.